Sam, why you look like you're in witness protection? What's going on over there?
Me?
You got like the blinds. It looks like you're like down there like plotting some sort of crime.
I know. Well, I kind of am all the time, always plotting and stuff. This is like the best looking place. I don't know. I'm always moving around in the house. I'm like, oh, I like this area now. So this is my area right now.
Yeah,
What kind of promotion materials?
Look at the background.
Here, okay. So we have Crazy's bobblehead. We have Body Armor, R.I.P. Kobe Bryant. His wife just got a super paid out from Body Armor. And then we've got Core Hydration. Yeah, like he invested like $5 million into the company, and I think she just got paid out like $200 million or something like that.
No,
I'll take that. Why not?
Hey.
and I think she still has that purple diamond from the time that we shall not speak.
Was it purple or was it yellow?
I heard purple, but I was just, but
I like purple better.
Trust me, I'm not as up to date with those things. That's just something I heard. I probably thought purple because I was like, oh, you gave her that thing from the Titanic. How do you think it?
The thing's blue though, isn't it?
Let's just say it was like indigo.
Wow.
My fiance was trying to get a little audio clip in here.
Oh, I saw her. Oh, I saw.
Get out of here. So hi.
Okay, so I guess we'll officially start this thing.
Sure.
And we're rolling. So this is episode 2 of whatever we're calling this podcast. So here we go. My name is Sam Sprico, and I'm the Creative Services Manager for the San Jose Earthquakes. And who are you other two people?
My name is Marvell Wynne, a former soccer player for the San Jose Earthquakes, and we also have
Taylor Amarante, yes, super over the top dude. Formerly and currently the in-stadium show host for the San Jose Earthquakes. If we ever get back in there, I'll be back. I swear.
We're all gonna be back with it. Oh my God, Marv. So we played a game from a couple of years ago on NBC Sports last night, and I totally forgot that it was on. And all of a sudden, I just hear like full-on laughter coming from inside of my living room. And it was like clear to me that my dad turned on the TV and saw something hilarious. And he comes outside. He's like, you got to come watch yourself on TV right now. I was like, I'm on TV right now? He's like, yes, it's hilarious. So he rewound it. And it was like the end of a game from like 2017 during a Nick Lima interview. And it's like me like walking back and forth on the field because I'm clearly trying to get a player for us to do an interview on the field after the game. And they're clearly not cooperating or moving fast enough for us. And then here's Taylor just like moseying, like standing with the microphone on the field. And I'm just like, I'm radioing somebody like clearly pissed off that this is taking too long. I was like, oh, that's exactly what was going on there. When I was walking in, I was like, do I look pissed off? And he's like, yes. Like, oh.
I was actively, if you see that, I'm looking at my phone and I'm waiting for the questions from Magic. You can tell me, I'm like, what's the questions? What's the idea on the questions?
I want to know who we were waiting for because that's hilarious.
That was 2017 Vancouver, huh?
Was it? Is that who it was?
It said on the screen Vancouver.
Did it? Yeah. And I guess it was like Nick Lima's first MLS goal or something. So I bet we had wanted to interview him, but they were like, no, TV's interviewing him. Get somebody else. So I bet we got whoever like assisted that goal or something.
That's
okay.
funny.
So I'm not going to throw anybody under the bus. So let's talk about like who are the guys that were like most willing to be interviewed? That was like, can we interview you? I'm like, oh, sure. They run over.
It's always the new guys who
really?
Are like, yeah, I love it. I'll do anything you guys ask me to do. And then like months later, they're like, they like see us walking towards them. They head the other way because they know we're going to ask them to do something. Wando is definitely the worst because he wants to go and salute the Ultras and he wants to like have that little post-game talk. So
yeah. I'd say for a good reason, right? For a good reason.
Yeah. So no shade at him, but yeah.
Tommy's always a good, when we do the pregame, we used to do those Advocare interviews and we do the pregame ones. Tommy's always a good pregame interview guy. Shea Salinas, I mean, as far as once you get them, on the mic, dude, those guys are pros, man, and the crowd loves hearing from them.
Yeah. As if there's any crowd left because they take too long to walk over to us.
Oh, I know. God, what is it, like 97 degrees? Like, oh my God.
Is it hot down there? It's cooler up here today.
Gosh, it's hot. It's like beaming in at, it's like beaming. Someone's holding like aluminum foil outside my window. It's beaming at me.
Get some baby oil, get real nice and crispy.
Sam, you remember from when we were on field and like we're always looking for like the great lighting, but unfortunately the great lighting also super makes me hot. God darn it.
There's always this is the Taylor.
Yeah, this right here.
Yeah.
And action. Okay, I'm not sweaty. What's up? And 10 seconds later, here we are. We're back.
If you're like stressed about something, you're like doing the like, and then you like finish putting it back.
And when Jed was like, oh yeah, maybe wear the jacket this season. Oh yeah.
Yeah, the jacket, yeah.
Isn't that a jacket?
So besides all this, how's everybody doing? How was everybody's weekend?
I had a pretty good weekend. I had some friends that they were driving from Denver to the Carolinas. They actually stopped by for the weekend, and they brought their dog, which scared the living fur off of my cats. Didn't see him for about 3 days. They were hiding. Their dog his name's Bear, and he's a boxer. Really cute, really cuddly, really fun. But just the cats just don't know what to do with themselves. One of our cats he's kind of skittish, but at the same time he's really defensive. So he kind of does this like, you know, the arch back, and he like kind of walks over like, what are you gonna do? And then, real quick, like this dog is about 4 times your size, but we thank you for defending us. So I had a pretty good weekend. We smoked down on my Traeger grill. I got the mesquite little pellets, so delightful. I'm getting used to that, and I'm going to be all over that this summer. Can't wait.
Love it.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
My weekend, the 2 highlights really. Friday night we had a going away party for one of our best friends. Not a party, but like a few of us guys got together because our buddy bought a house in Texas. Super good friend of ours, Brazilian guy, great soccer player, like lifelong buddies through soccer. Bought a house in Texas, and we had a plan to do all these fun things before they left, but then obviously the pandemic came and it really squandered the proper goodbye we wanted to give this guy. So we were able to get a bunch of the really close friends together Friday, and dude, we barbecued from 5 till midnight. Chicken, tri-tip, ribs, shrimp, veggies, the whole deal. And we polished off, without getting into too many specifics, numerous bottles of things, Jameson, Jack Daniels, whatever was out there. So that was great. And then Sunday was my little goddaughter's, my niece's 4th birthday. So had a lot of fun watching them go run through the water. I bought her a huge rainbow, a blow-up rainbow that sprays water.
Oh my God.
They run under the rainbow and it sprays them with water. Look at this. You ever seen this?
Yeah.
Nice. Sprays them with water, so that was fun to watch. So yeah. Good weekend. What about you, Sam?
So I told you guys I was searching for a blow-up pool all weekend to know about, but I forgot to tell you guys this story. So my across the street neighbor has llamas. And they don't stay at his house all the time. He keeps them somewhere else. And
this is already a good story. So across the street neighbor has llamas.
And there's a girl who I went to high school with whose mom lives around the corner, and she messages me. She's like, "Have the llamas been there lately?" I'm like, "Yes." So I guess they were having the llamas out for Memorial Day weekend.
Hey, that's what you do. Memorial Day weekend, bring the llamas out.
Yeah.
So
bring out the llamas.
We're always like outside and we're like, oh, the llamas are here. So we go about our day, and they've got like a couple of kids over, and all of a sudden I'm in my room, and all I hear is like a slam, and all the little kids just started screaming their heads off. I was like, oh, what are they doing? Are they like, did they play a prank on the kids? And all of a sudden I hear, call 911, call 911. And all of a sudden I hear them go, where did her finger go?
Oh no.
Now we don't know yet if the llama bit the little girl's finger off or if the trailer door slammed on her finger, but all of a sudden we see the dad running towards his car with the little girl in his arms, and her hand in an ice bag because oh my God. I was like, what is going on right now?
I didn't like where that story went.
And I think she's still in the hospital. I don't think she's at home yet. It's been.
So who are they pointing the finger at here? Who's at fault?
Oh,
I
love it. I hate that he did that. I love it. I hate that he did that.
A girl I went to a girl I played softball with in high school. The same thing happened to her on her ring finger, but on her pitching finger. And they were able to reattach it, but she had a hard time
A llama?
it.
Yeah.
No, it was on a fence. She caught it on a fence with her ring, and her ring sliced it off. And she came back and pitched better than she ever did, just because her finger being like this would put this weird spin on the ball. And it was amazing. It was
it was like rookie of the year.
Oh yeah,
yeah. So anyway, how are we feeling about closed door games? If that is what we're gonna come to.
Do you know what? I like it. I'm for it because first of all, the players are playing, the fans get to watch a game, and second of all, if you're one of those fans that is kind of diehard, like in Germany, where the players are playing again and all that, and you actually get to hear them talk. There are fans that go out and they watch practice games and they watch scrimmages because they kind of think it's more intimate and they can hear more about what's going on in the field. I think there could be kind of an audience for that. Even in American football, sometimes they mic up certain players so you can hear what's going on out there. If you happen to be watching the games or the mics are on, or you happen to go to games but you're very spread out, you can kind of hear what's going on, and it kind of might make you a little bit more immersed into the scenes and all that stuff. So I love the fact that everyone's playing again. I don't think it's going to be as lucrative with people buying tickets and actually being there and going to games. And it's going to be a little bit difficult, I'm sure, for the players themselves playing but not having the crowd around them, that 12th man and all that. But I'm all for that they're doing it. Best way to start opening back up.
I'll say, and I agree with a bunch of those points too. I feel like there's two sides of the coin. I understand the business side of Major League Soccer and these sports where, you got to get these players playing and then TV, et cetera. I feel like fans or no fans, you play these games because your fans are at home. Those fans, if they're diehard, and then other fans who you might get exposed to who've never watched MLS, there's some benefit there because there's more people now watching TV than there has been. I will say about the listening to the players, which I love too. I like to hear those first couple of weeks of Bundesliga. I loved hearing the players yelling and talking and tactical stuff. But I'll admit, man, the past couple of weekends when they've been pumping crowd noise into those Germany games, sure, the crowd noise doesn't go up and down with the play, but the noise is pretty accurate. If you couldn't see the stadium seats, I thought that the noise sounded better than what I expected. I thought it was going to be crappy, but I turned it on. You hear the buzz. You're watching the game. It felt good to me. But yeah, I mean, for the players, it must kind of suck because the crowd helps you get going, and obviously it's not ideal. But I think playing the games in empty stadiums is the right thing to do if it's the only thing we can do.
Yeah, it's actually kind of interesting. I've been talking to a lot of companies with how can we engage with the fans being at home, and it's actually pretty interesting what we've been finding. And yeah. Marv, as a player, what do you think about having, because there's this app, there's a couple of apps actually where the fans can be watching at home, and if they're tapped into the app, they can cheer when something happens, and we're able to pump it out into our speakers.
Oh, cool.
Would you like that as a player? What?
It would be very. I mean, that could go that can go up or down. I would think, because obviously you're going to have a lot of those fans. Majority of the fans, they like goal scoring. So they get excited. If CR7 were to happen to come to MLS, or not come to MLS, but play a friendly game here, every time he touches the ball, you're going to get people that are boo or get people that are cheer, almost immediately, just because he's on the ball, just because he gets on the field. Or if a defensive play happens where there's, a wall pass or a 1v2 or a long distance ball, you might get a little bit of a little bit of pitter patter because it's just playing the game, but it was a good ball that maybe not a lot of just casual viewers will understand and appreciate.
Yeah.
But those forwards that, not putting anybody down, but kind of strive off of, being in the limelight and scoring those goals and, bringing it in. That could really boost them up too. So as long as you're not too sensitive about, why didn't anybody like my pass? Then I think it'll be cool. That's a great way to interact. I mean, that just sounds like fun. It's something, right?
It's kind of funny seeing how creative like teams are gonna start getting with all of this stuff. Oh,
also, I think it would be kind of funny because if you had like a family member or like a best friend watching, and then every time you touch the ball, you get a cheer. You'd be like, okay, I know who that is. That's mom. All right, mom, I know. I love you.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's classic. So what? I don't know what else like we could do for closed door games.
You mean with the broadcast?
I kind of with the broadcast, but like with tapping straight into the fans at home. Other people were saying that it would be cool to like an intermedia meeting, and have that on the main board. Yeah, and so that the players can like see fans from home on the board. But
what if you did like pre-recorded, like how when we have our media day and things like that, you guys bring fans for promotion and marketing, and they're posing and cheering, etc., with the new jerseys or with this and that. What if you had fans record a 20-second clip of themselves at home going crazy and cheering, and then also on the flip side, like, getting mad at a bad call or something, then you were able to put them on that Jumbotron screen, all those little squares at one time. When there's a goal, it has all those people like cheering or something like that. Almost like, what's that Guess Who game where you see all the little faces, But like, it's kind of cool. It'd be cool.
It's a creative idea.
I don't know. This is just off the cuff. This is just stuff, This is
just your brain at work, man.
Yeah, cross that one off the list. They don't like
completely change. If it's going to be, kind of no fans going in the stadium and all that. If they were going to completely change the game, then I would think it would, to have the fans interact. It could be like, all right, fans put in their videos, or they say hello, or they're going to be intermediate live at some point. Then it might be a thing to have, certain players or whatever be sure to look at the camera, or be sure to look at the board after the next throw in, whenever there's a pause in the game, to kind of look up at the board and give a wave and then get back to playing. Granted, as a player, I would not be for that at all. I'd be pretty upset. But if the entire system is changing in terms of being in the stadium, being able to watch your players, that is one way that the players can actually interact and just show appreciation than just at the end just clapping into a camera.
What about like selecting a few fans per game to be like, how when they do these EPL replays or they do these broadcasts, they have those crazy fans who are like at home, like some of them are even like commentating on the game. What if you chose a few fans per game, and like every time something happened, you could almost like go to those fans to get their opinion, or like, oh, we're going live to, John down there in San Jose and his family, what do you think about, something like that? I don't know. That's tough.
There's a lot of options. There are a lot of
options. And there's like no right or wrong answer.
But now it's your job to figure it out. So figure it out, Sam.
Yes, thank you.
Sam. Figure it out, Sam. Figure it out, Sam.
So I came across the list. Have you guys heard of the all-in challenges that teams are doing? And it's not even teams. I guess it's just are music people doing it too, or is it just sports?
Not sure.
Now I don't know. But anyway, so a lot of the MLS teams are in it, where basically people can kind of pay money and get these really cool prizes. Like I know Aaron Judge, you can like go and watch him take batting practice whenever like fans are back in the stadium, and then go have dinner with him or something like that, which is what I would really like to do. But
Sam.
But it was pretty cool because we had to come up with a list of what we as the Quakes wanted to offer, and I just have to share. the one idea that was hilarious. I can't remember who came up with the idea. I want to say Jake, who is our PR guy, was like, why don't we let the person who pays for it, they can skydive with the skydivers in the Stanford Stadium before the game. And we were like, yeah, what?
Yeah.
And I guess it's like it's like a liability thing or something. But man.
Yeah, it's definitely a liability, but cool nonetheless.
Definitely cool. I mean, one of the biggest games of the year, and they get to skydive in there, just giving away. That would be pretty cool.
That would be
cool. Unless they wound up in the Coleman Plaza parking lot like that one time. Remember that?
Were you here for that, Marv? Wasn't that opening the stadium?
That was the stadium opening. The wind blew the guy into Staples parking lot, right?
Oh.
Yeah, imagine the fan.
On the field, and I was like, I don't think this is supposed to be happening right now.
Hey, the fan's like, how much did I pay for this?
That's very Deadpool 2. No spoilers.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Wow, that's pretty creative though. Jeez. Wow.
But what we landed on is you get to do a shootout with Wando, which I think is pretty cool too. And then you get to go and have lunch with him, and then you get tickets to a game. Oh. And it's
very cool.
There were some of these other ones for the other teams. I won't say which teams, but we're kind of
Oh.
But I'm not gonna.
Hey Sam, what teams?
I'm not gonna say. Man? I'm not gonna say.
Come on, Sam.
Nope, not gonna say. But I think that's pretty cool that they're like raising money like that.
Was it LA?
No, it wasn't LA.
Was it Portland?
No, but I do. Seattle's was pretty cool. You get to go behind stage at The Price is Right because of Drew Carey.
Oh, cool.
But then it's like, I don't want to go behind stage. I want to like be a contestant on The Price is Right.
Oh, you gotta wear one of those shirts.
Oh yeah.
Have really goofy sayings on them.
I just want to spin the wheel one time, like spin it. That whole thing. I love that.
I don't even care what it lands on.
Nope. Yeah,
that's cool. Wow.
So cool. Yeah. So
celebrities.
Well, look, the earthquakes, they can be like, you can be front row center for the big one. When the earthquake happens, just be like right where the San Andreas Fault, just like wood
you better knock on wood right now, Marv. God, that's like one thing that.
Wow.
What, is that a bad thing? What?
Technical difficulties, guys. Technical difficulties.
That's it. We're done. This episode's done.
You can survive the next big one. How's that? You can survive it. That's so funny.
If you're in the air skydiving.
Do you get earthquakes out in Illinois?
No. People hear about them from here, though.
What do you guys got over there, man? You got a lot of stuff going on. Tornadoes and stuff, or what?
Yeah, just like yesterday, we had 3 storms just kind of go by. Like, it's beautiful, 80 degrees, and all of a sudden, flash flooding, then it goes away. And then just 20 minutes later, another one, and then another one. It's I don't know. It's just humid. It's humid, but whatever is happening outside, it could be sunny, could be storming, could be thundering. The lightning storms are really cool, but a lot of the cats more. There's a lot going on.
Those cats, man. Those darn cats.
Oh.
I'm so allergic to cats. Oh, man. Even talking about them.
I am too.
Yeah.
It's not good.
You guys I'm allergic too, but it's so worth it.
Hey, Sam, by the way, you were talking about inflatable pools. I set mine up.
I'm so jealous.
Oh, snap.
Hey, it's got a filter and everything. It's like legit, man.
I'm so jealous.
Yeah, it's cool. 8-footer, like big. I can sit in it and be water up to here, just chill mode.
So next time we do this podcast, I want you guys doing those photos things that people do with their new kids. Just like, look at mine. Oh, look at this filter.
I mean, yeah, I may already have. I don't know. I'm just kidding.
Its own album.
We were Instagramming my lady and I pretty hard earlier on the pool. Like, check out our new toy.
Oh, check that out.
Okay, so I want to do a social media deep dive. And this week, it was from Marvell's feed. Let me see if I can find it. I'm not going to share my screen, but I want to talk about this photo.
Oh, yeah.
I want you to explain to me what is happening in that photo. So it's Brian Meredith and it's Chad Barrett sitting on the bus. And just look at, like, if that's not the most Brian Meredith, like, way sitting on a bus, I don't know what is.
That's funny.
What game was that? You guys were on your way up to SAC.
Oh, okay. Nothing was going on at a particular time. Usually we play 22, the card game, or some guys, they play on their phones or whatever. But at that time, it was like a break between games, and Brian just got comfortable, and I was just that's the "don't hate me because I'm beautiful" pose, and I just had to, I just shot it, and just having that Chad looking back, probably someone just talking smack to him. He's like, oh. And then just beautiful. I did not know I still had that on my feed.
Oh yeah. I dug deep. Oh, there was another great one of you when you were younger in like all the Cubs gear with your family, and all you guys are in Cubs gear, and it was adorable. I enjoyed stalking your feed for a little bit yesterday.
Those were good times, probably. See, people ask me, like, "Oh man, how was it?" It was like, I was like 4 or 5 at the time, so I'm not sitting there like, "Oh, my dad got an RBI. That's great." I'm just a kid running around. I just remember the dugouts being stacked with all of the sunflower seeds and bazooka bubblegum you could ever want.
That's cool.
Awesome. I had so much fun.
I love it.
That is so cool, man.
Going back to Brian Meredith, I do have to I miss being around that guy. He was one of my favorites to be around when he went up to Seattle. So there was one year where, random story, one of our anthem singers brought me this really cool plant one time when she sang, and I started taking time lapses of the plant growing.
Yes. Oh yeah.
And I used to like post these time lapses of this plant growing on social media all the time. And I go up to Seattle for a road trip game to film a couple of years ago when Brian was still there. And the game's over, and I'm walking on the field filming stuff, and here comes Brian, and he was like, "Hey, Sam, how's that plant doing?" Like, because he was watching my, and I was like, you saw Cleopatra? I was like, she's really good.
Cleopatra. I remember those darn photos, man. It was like day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. Things are happening. Day 6. And it did this. Remember when it did this?
Yeah.
I remember that. I was following.
It was great. I was like, Brian, I miss you, big guy.
Cool guy. Cool, unique guy.
What's up with the plant now? Like, where's the plant?
He did.
No, I stole it. I stole it from your desk. I stole it from your desk. It's right here. It's doing well.
Yeah. It's funny because
do some product placement now. Body armor.
Damn. What's that you're drinking?
Oh, hey, Marv. This is just some body armor, and it's great. I got the strawberry banana flavor, and it is delicious. I did say we should do a chugging contest, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to embarrass myself.
Okay.
Wow, body armor. It's so good, and I'm really excited. No, I'm just kidding. I got all the body armor I need right here.
Oh, goodness gracious. So what else is going on, guys?
Well, a lot. Hey, what was I going to say? A shout out to Benjamin Galindo, man. Did you guys hear what happened?
No, what happened?
Apparently he's hospitalized in Guadalajara. It's all over the web right now.
Okay, during this little break I was on IG and I saw his photo, but I thought we were just doing like a random post. Hold on.
No, it says it looks like he had may have had a stroke.
What?
I guess it's pretty serious. It says Mexican legend Benjamin Galindo's. Oh, okay. His operation was a success. The family is optimistic, but he will need to be monitored closely at least for the next 72 hours. So it was pretty serious. Yeah.
Are we allowed to put that out there?
Well, the Quakes put out messaging on it. So I don't know if you, even if you're not allowed to speak on it, but I didn't know if you guys were aware. I just found out during that break.
No, I haven't heard anything about Holy moly!
Yeah, it's
good vibes and love for sure. Then.
Yeah, it seems it was pretty serious out of the gate there. So
Is that where he's been this whole time during this whole shelter in place?
I think so. Oh, it looks like his son. Looks like his son may have said something here. Oops, I just had it. Oh gosh, now I lost it. But his son was thanking everybody for their prayers and support, and that they're hoping for the best. So, yeah, sending prayers out to him and his family for sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
Wow. Now I'm.
That's what's up, Sam. Thanks for asking.
Sorry, did I? Jeez.
Sorry.
Are we recording?
We are recording, but hey.
Well,
Want to start over?
Right before then, we were talking about if you ever wake up with random songs stuck in your head.
Yeah.
Oh, all the time. How bizarre.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah. Cruising down the freeway in the hot, hot sun. How bizarre. How bizarre. How bizarre. Come on. Every time I look around.
Wait. I do have a pop quiz.
Ooh, baby.
Pop quiz. What do
Ooh,
you think
baby.
the most popular one-hit wonder of all time?
Ooh. Mambo number 5.
Close. This and a hint, it has a dance with it.
Macarena.
Mm.
Up, Macarena, that went.
The one, yeah, that's it. I was thinking
Macarena.
a lot. Like Baby Got Back, I thought, but Macarena was it had its own thing. Biggest
True.
one.
And then those girls chimed in with the little part. They all want me. They can't have me. So they all come dancing. You know what I mean? Come on. Come on.
We all knew it.
That music video, I remember that music video too. Do you remember like in places like Great America where you would walk into the room and you could make your own music video to like something like that? And
Oh my God.
All the lights in the background.
You did that, Sam.
Oh,
you definitely
yeah, I
did that.
totally did that.
Sam's like, Top Gun? Yeah, right. I'll be over here doing TLC's Waterfalls.
We definitely did Michael Jackson, Beat It, and Come Around the Train. And ride it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that where your videographer skills come into play? You're like, this is okay, but I can do better.
I can enhance this, and I will. Future me will enhance this.
Enhance.
What else is a good one-hit wonder? There's a few.
I'm too sexy for my shirt. Too sexy. Right Said Fred.
What a name.
I mean, how else could he have made another song? He was already too sexy for anything he could have possibly done. He's like,
At the very end, he says, and I'm too sexy for the song. Walk off.
Oh, man. Well, we're on a positive note. Did you guys do your homework assignment and bring a positive or funny news article for us to discuss?
ooh, Marv, did you?
Yeah. I got one. And it's I think it hits all of us because it's at a time where we're staying at home and we're trying to find other things that can make us happy and things that we can all do. And during all this, there was still a way for someone to set a Guinness World Record.
Ooh.
While being at home. And it was a golden retriever named Finley Malloy. And this 6-year-old golden retriever has the Guinness Book of World Record for holding 6 tennis balls in her mouth at the same time. Yeah. 6 tennis balls. Do you remember trying to stick your fist in your mouth as a kid? Maybe you can do it now. 6 tennis balls, 1 puppy.
6 tennis balls, 1 puppy.
Remember the mouth thing? Still not 6 tennis balls. So I I saw that and I just thought it was so cute.
I hate you so much, Mark.
It was so cute.
It's really hard to not say things I want to say on these calls. It's wild.
Don't say them, Taylor. Don't say them.
No, never could, never would, never could. Never
Inappropriate.
Would. Wait, what are you talking about?
Oh no, that's vulgar. That's vulgar, Taylor. Why would you just text me that?
you that. Nice, dude. Oh man, I got like a huge vein right here. That's a thing. Anyway,
You're thinking really hard right now.
I am. I did my homework this time, and I brought it's not an article, but it's something I saw on television the other night. So I watch a lot of weird shows. Okay, it's quarantine, and by weird I mean unacceptable to most groups of dudes. So with that said, I was waiting for one unacceptable show and watching the end of America's Got Talent. And I was watching that, and there was a group on there that was super inspiring to the point where, like, dude, I swear I almost cried watching this. So there's a lady out of San Diego, and she has a choir called the Voices of Our City Choir. This choir is made up of currently homeless people or folks who have experienced serious homelessness or in their past, etc., or currently. Now, she provides this platform for them. Some of them can sing well. Some of them can't sing that well, but some like are looking for an outlet to build camaraderie with people and to like be a part of something meaningful. Well, dude, they got on America's Got Talent, and they absolutely, I'm getting like goosebumps, no joke. They absolutely rocked it. Bless you, Sam.
Okay, sorry.
No, it's cool. They absolutely rocked it. The lady who runs the program got so emotional. She's like up there with the guitar. She's like the lead singer and the conductor. And the rest of the choir's up there. These people are so into it, delivering an awesome performance. And they had one elder lady in the group who did like almost like, during a song when someone does spoken word or like says lines, like meaningful lines at the end of it. It was unbelievable. And on that show, you have to get 3 yes or 4 yeses or 3 yeses to move on to whatever championship or whatever. And each person gets one opportunity to automatically hit this buzzer that puts them through without anyone else's vote. And Terry Crews, who hosts that show, ran over there. Like everyone was emotional. And he hits the buzzer and all those people are up there and this gold confetti starts pouring down on them. And like it's like the most ecstatic moment they've had in a long time. They're crying and like, dude, it was something. I went on Twitter right away, followed the choir, messaged the lady. Like it really impacted us, man. It was something. Oh, it was something. It was awesome. Check them out if you can on Twitter. Voices of Our City Choir, which is at VOOCCSD. It was amazing, man. Amazing.
I can feel that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Oh, it was cool. Thinking about it brings a smile to my face. It was cool.
Good.
There's my positive story.
I love it. You did such a good job.
Yeah. It was
Dumb.
great, man. What's that?
Mine seems dumb now.
What's yours?
Yeah.
World's largest green hydrogen plant will soon be turning California's trash into ultra cheap fuel. So just like in Back to the Future, how he just dumps trash in there and it makes it go. That's it.
I like that. That's a positive thing. See, I was wondering what was going to happen for the whole, like the way automobiles kind of operate in California, since, in LA, like the fog is clearing or whatever, or the smog above it. And like, if people are going to be like, okay, well, their air is actually cleaner, what else can we do? The fact that there's a plant going to be out there and actually have cheap fuel, definitely a step in the positive direction. Love that.
Yeah. That is a cool story, Sam.
Oh, thank you. You guys explained yours really. Honestly, I only read the headline. I didn't even read the story. But it said, just like Back to the Future. It's happening. I was like, cool. That's great. Let's go.
Hey.
I also think of Spaceballs when just throwing stuff in there. And I don't know
Sam didn't even read it. It's like one of those stories where you get to the very last line and it's like, and if you read this story and shared it, haha, like this is make believe. Got you.
It's like all those people on social media that are like outraged at a news article's headline, and it's like got nothing to do with what the story really is.
Clickbait.
Yeah, I love it.
Joe Biden's gonna take away your puppies.
Because he just wants all of them for himself.
Yeah, then you click on it, it's like, Puppy holds 6 tennis balls in its mouth. And we're back.
Hey, you click on it. It's like puppy accessories on sale now, $19.99. Hey, do you get accessories for your cats, Marv?
I never have.
Okay, all right.
I never
we can
have.
still be cool. We can still be cool, man.
I mean, I'm giving it because I don't want to leave you hanging, but at the same time.
Cat sweaters?
What?
Cat sweaters. Come on, man. You're not doing it right.
Sweaters. It does get cold.
It snows there, Taylor.
They don't need cat sweaters because they have their winter coat. Right now, my cats are losing their winter coat, so when you pet them, they shed extra now. So I like to comb them. They like to be combed. We have our together time. I ask them how their day is. This usually goes well. See if they caught any birds or chipmunks or things or squirrels. It's a great bonding experience. It's just
how were the birds today? How were the birds? Were they good? All right.
like, oh, quite lovely. Oh, is this your tea? It's on the table. Let me just get that.
Oh, someone's calling. Bird joke? Nothing?
Yeah.
It's a rough crowd, man.
Well, it's more of a meow crowd because it's cats.
Meow. Well,
Rough
I like it.
meow crowd.
Hey, where are you guys, by the way? Who's here?
Taylor's right there.
Yep.
Mark is right there.
I'm on top of everybody. I'm vertically on the right side, so I'm at the top. Then Sam. Then Taylor.
So I've got Marvell here. I've got Sam. And then who's this fourth person you guys put on? Like, who's that? Did we get just bombed? Did we get bombed? Just kidding.
Look, if this is unfriended,
We've been hacked.
I mean,
Ah,
We should have had Q just show up. Just Q's face.
no.
oh, Q's holding up. I'm sure he's trying to fight Beckham some more. That's cool.
Subtitles, just like of what he's thinking.
We don't want
Okay.
to know. We don't want to know.
Oh yeah. Got one of these.
Oh, hey.
Miss you, guys.
That's a great touch.
Hey, look, it's a heart.
Miss a blue heart.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's it. I do miss the fans, man. Damn it.
You do.
You know, I miss the fans.
So much fun.
Even the one asking me where, the Uber pickup is or the parking lot. Even those guys.
Yeah.
All of them. All those guys.
You don't know what you got till they're gone.
I was on a call with other game presentation people from the other teams today, and they were like, oh, do you guys have in-stadium DJs that play music so that you don't play it from the controller? And I was like, yeah. I was like, we got Chewy Gomez, and we put him right by the bar, and then it gets crazy at halftime because everybody's all drinking and partying. And then we got our post-game fiesta, and then that gets even crazier. And then I was like, when's the next time we're going to have that back?
Were they like, who's Chewy Gomez?
Yeah, right. I did. Yeah, I didn't name drop, but I was like, it's Chewy, and he's the ish.
Because you would have then had to have said, Chewy, 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 Gomez. No? Okay. That's his thing. That's his thing.
It's his thing.
It does get popping over there, though. The Quakes have created quite an atmosphere there.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of fun. Being able to sit out there and walk around and enjoy the food and hang out in the epicenter a little bit. I legit miss the smell of a soccer field, not just the stadium. Just being there, it's just so familiar and so ingrained. It just feels like home. It's the little things that you miss.
Yeah.
I miss the Calbee truck.
Calbee.
Which truck do I miss?
God, the Calbee. Oh, it's so good. Just, oh, God.
Artiaga's burritos. Oh, my goodness.
Wait, did me and Brian do a video with them at that taco truck when they had the cheesy taco? Me and Brad, I think we
Was
might
that you and Brian who did that?
Yeah.
I think that was a different truck because that was before Artiaga's came on as a partner. But I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Remember when we used to do the 7-Up Stadium Eats? Hey, one of the funniest things.
Give me free food so I can eat it after I do this hit. Just give me the most delicious thing you got.
And even after you went into the booth permanently, I was doing that for Taz. I was doing that for all those guys. My mom, to this day, so my mom has attended just a few games because she has some health stuff, etc. But a few of the games she went to, she'll always note something that I did like on the board. And she goes, she'll never forget, there was a day where I was on film doing the 7-Up Stadium Eats, and I had a big plate of tacos and all this stuff, and it was so delicious. And then at the end, I was going to say, blah, 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 Lalo's Tacos or whatever it was, and then take a big bite on camera. And my mom laughed so hard because I was like, but you don't have to take my word for it. Come on down to Lalo's Tacos. And I did this bite, and usually it would fade, but I take a bite, and I'm like, and then it faded. I'm like, why'd you wait to fade that? My mom was like, you really enjoyed those tacos.
And
So I
I
explained
did that on purpose too. I bet we were like, no, leave it up there a little longer.
Like that time you guys, when I was doing some random, walking down the sideline, but I started kind of dancing in my head, and then later it suddenly popped up on the freaking board, man. You guys are something, dude.
Yeah.
Got him.
We like to.
But those were fun. We'd give you guys the leftovers. We'd all grub, man. Oh, good times.
Oh, yeah. We'll see you next week from Sam and Marv.